Hello! Hope you're well. Hope you're doing all right. Junior high performance arts class. Today's Friday, April 17th, and this video is to talk a little bit about some struggles some of you are having, and also look ahead to next week. Still have a few of you who haven't got your 3-argument video in, either for or against. I'm having a couple, 3 of you who are trying to turn something in, but then you don't attach anything, and so when I go click on it, there's nothing there to look at. You might want to be checking on that, and I'll email you individually. We're going to go ahead and start debates next week, and I've tried to pair you up based on how well you're doing. So students who are doing really well are going against each other, and then the kids who are struggling are going against each other. And that way, during that video, and basically it'll be the 2 students and myself on a Zoom conference call, and I'll talk you through it and try to help you with all that, get you caught up so you have a better understanding of it, of what it's supposed to sound like and look like. So as far as that first debate we're doing next week is just practice. I'm just going to walk you through the steps and get you, okay, here's what you do here, here's what you do here, here's some questions you can ask. When you're negative, you can attack. If it's been a while since you've watched that fallacy or those fallacy videos on that one handout, you might want to watch those, because those come in real handy when you're negative. And when you're affirmative, those are what you don't want to do. So you might want to watch that over the weekend. Watch those videos again, ready for next week. The handout and the instructions are on Google Classroom. And who you're going against is also there. You need to contact that person and then email me once you figured out what time you want to pick. So each pair has to pick some time to video conference with me to do this activity, and that's what you're doing next week. So you got to get with the person you're going against and choose one of those times, and then immediately email me, and I'm just going to go by the, who asks first gets it. So if you want the 3 p.m. on a certain day, or a noon, or a 11 a.m., whatever that time is, whoever asks for it first gets it. So if you lollygag around and don't get to it, then you're stuck with what you got left. So there's that. I would strongly encourage you, number one, look at PowerSchool. That's as accurate a reflection I have on who's got the video work in and the new evidence in. So if you, or if you're a parent watching this, if one of your students, if your child, student, has 0, then they haven't done it, and they need to get on it. I know a lot of students are struggling with self-scheduling, and the schedule blows up and they got to do it themselves and they can't do it. I had a junior today told me, she admitted, she's like, I'm really good at procrastination, and this is, she hasn't been doing her work just because there's nothing holding her feet to the fire really well. And so I think a lot of students are struggling with that aspect of it. I would recommend you go ahead and make a schedule, and just make yourself a schedule. Say, okay, here's what I'm doing today, and have a to-do list, with times, and I'm going to do this here, this here, this here, and create that sense of schedule for yourself. If the school's not here to give it to you, then create it yourself. But you still need to get after it, and you still need to participate. Next week, then, video conferences. The 2 students, step one, need to contact each other, and they need to look on that sheet and see who they're going against, and then they need to contact each other and say, hey, what time you want to pick, and then one of them needs to email me and pick that time. We'll get that set up, and then at that time I'll send out a Zoom email to the students, the first name underline last name at rockcreekstudents.org. I'll send the Zoom link out to that address and have the two students lock in, and then I'll walk them through a debate. And those students ought to have all their information there, so they're going to want to be able to Zoom, and then they're also going to want to access their evidence. So it might work best if they had two different devices, one to Zoom on, and then the other one to look up their evidence on. So if that's a possibility, I don't know if it is or not. Some people are Zooming with their phones. So if you want to Zoom with your phone and then use your iPad to look at your evidence, that'd be a pretty good idea, I think. That's what I would recommend. So, and these conferences are going to take, each student only has to do one conference, but it's going to take some time because you look at the schedule, it's good 26 minutes. And that does not include me stopping and explaining stuff and working through it. So some of these conferences could take an hour next week. So just plan on that and keep that in mind. So don't schedule a Zoom and then say, hey, Mr. Miller, I got to be off in 15 minutes. That ain't going to work. You're going to need a chunk of time on this one. But that's all you're doing next week for it. For junior high performance arts is this conference. So make sure you pick a time that you can spend considerable amount, an hour of time doing this, so I can talk you through it, so that the following week after that I'll create a new schedule and you'll have another debate. One final thing, there was still 6 of you hadn't turned in your video for the dramatic solo, so make sure you get that turned in as well. And basically what it's looking like is that the people who haven't done the videos for the evidence are the same people who haven't done the video for the DI. So once again, create yourself a schedule and stick to it and get your work done. So take care. If you got any questions, email me at millerk@rockcreekschools.org. Not the student one, schools. So take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.